This is broadcasting both on Twitch and on Steam currently. If you're on the Steam page for this project, you can actually watch me over there. So, Surviving the Aftermath is the game being published by Paradox that is a post-apocalyptic survival base building game. It is on the cusp, on the verge of leaving early access, and it is now available on Steam. They had a 1-year exclusive deal with the Epic Game Store during early access, but that is coming to an end. It is now available on Steam, and yeah, apparently any day now it's going to come out of early access. If you do ! What game, you will get a link to the Steam page where you can find out some more info over there. And it's remarkably cheap still, which is kind of interesting. Again, this is a sponsored stream, but as per usual, it'll be, just me doing my own thing. Okay, OBS is really unhappy about something. Oh, you know what? Let me, since I can't, I have OBS, capturing at 30 FPS anyway. Let me bring that down. I just noticed my, my video card was maybe having a little bit of an issue keeping up with everything. All right, let's punch into the game and get this started. I'm wondering if I should leave the tutorial messages on, because there's a lot of new features in this game since last time we covered it, and it might be a good way to bring them up. Nah, you know what? We're gonna leave them off. We'll be okay. I think that's going to be fine. I thought it might have been a good way to introduce a little bit of extra info. So we're going to have to set things up over here, and we will need some voting to assist us on setting things up. Yeah, exactly. Who reads the instructions? Instructions are for losers. Some of these decisions we're going to make just mostly affect the sort of vibe and starting situations, but some of them really do directly affect the difficulty over here. So the environment, there are only a few who remember the spark that started it all. A chain reaction of global catastrophes wiped out most of the planet's population, made people turn against each other. What I like about games, my favorite thing about games, is they're such crazy escapist fantasy, right? They let you experience events that could never possibly happen in real life. Those who are left must now survive the aftermath in this post-apocalyptic world. So, this is sort of initial difficulty setting. Cities are demolished, but nature prevailed. The world is desolate and unforgiving, or the planet is a barren wasteland. Now, maybe we don't want to make it too difficult on here because we have a limited amount of time. We sort of want to get things kicking and going. But on the other hand, losing is fun? Okay, there's some votes for 1, there's some votes for 3, there's a lot of votes for 2. And that might be a good idea. We'll sort of go middle of the road here. So we got average temperature and humidity. I like how here it's just, there is temperate. Oh, it's temperate and humid. I thought it was temperature and humidity. I was like, there is temperature and humidity, but no, okay. So we're gonna go average temperature and humidity, 25% fertile soil for us to grow. Then we've got the catastrophes. Slowly but surely, modern civilizations crumbled as catastrophes kept swooping across the continent. Cities were destroyed, and the planet itself suffered permanent damage. Should we go middle of the road here for difficulty as well? That might not be a bad idea. So we got the world is past, time to rebuild, still dangerous world will prevail. It feels like the apocalypse never ended. I mean, that's how things are feeling like in real life. So let's go with better than real life. We're going to go with a number 2 here. Resources. Some had prepared well for the upcoming apocalypse, stockpiling resources after the aftermath. Others scavenged what they could while traveling through the hostile lands. The most unfortunate left the ruined cities with nothing but the clothes on their back. Fun, can't wait for the circus to come. Yeah, maybe wrong game. All right, let's go with 3 for this one. Let's make it a little harder with starting circumstances. Ooh, ideology. So for those of you who saw my first coverage of this game, which was like basically right when early access hit, and it was still a little bit bare bones. Those first 3 questions I think are all we had. So now we have ideology to choose from. There's no survival guide for a post-apocalypse like this. Different people have different ideas on how to survive, with none more right or wrong than others. Well, I'm betting some people are more right, and some people are more wrong, but sure. Unlocks more options in the tech tree. What kind of leader are you? So this is a little bit different. You can see none of these are actually changing the difficulty number this time around. So none of these are considered easier or harder, just different. So we could be a hardy survivalist, which unlocks additional tech options for more efficient survival methods. There's colony builder, additional tech options to improve the colony efficiency. And wasteland explorer, additional tech options for exploration with other advancements. 3 is fun with the new additions, says Mighty Wiggles. Buff says 2 for sure. I mean, for us, like, colony builder feels very much in vibe with the sort of stuff we normally like to do. Chat is fairly split up over here. But it looks like maybe 2 is edging things out. So we'll do this because, of course, we want an efficient colony. Efficiency, the byword. Here we do have a difficulty option here with Gatekeeper. Life is unfair, but sometimes it feels like you're not alone. Whether it's an invisible guardian or just pure fate, but it sure feels like someone's watching over us. So, 1, the path is challenging but worth the risk. This is Architect, lenient and helpful. 2, it's a tough road to walk but never unfair. Survivalist, challenging but fair. Or 3, suffering and success. Chaotic, no restrictions, anything is possible. This makes me feel a little bit like, you know when you choose your storyteller for RimWorld? I feel like this is sort of the same. It would be a comparison from one to the other. Yeah, exactly. 3 sounds like Randy Random. Oh my god, Randy Random for the win. Chaotic is life. More people want to. I like the idea of, let's go with difficult events. Maybe completely random and chaotic might make it might not be the best way to showcase the game if, like, the very first thing that happens, there's just a giant asteroid that lands on top of our head and kills us or something like that. So we'll go difficult. Tough road to walk, but never unfair. All right, and then we get to choose our 3 starting specialists. When we played this before, specialists only arrived, I believe, once we constructed our gate. We started with some normal sort of like colonist survivor type people, and then later on we got specialists. Here it's inverted. We're going to start with actually only specialists until we open the gate. So we can randomize from this list. They have, you know, different pros and cons. I like this guy, Wheeler. He's like a like fat, older, Grateful Dead kind of dude, right? Stella's got awesome hair. That counts for a lot. Jin never learned to wash her face. Or maybe it's some sort of camouflage. That's possible too. Kate sounds like cat, and we love cats, so that's pretty tempting. Domino. Hex. She witch. Satoshi. You see Quill. I mean, this might be me in a few years, actually. Give me a hairband, some tinted glasses, and a little bit more graying hair. All right, let's go with Old Man Quill. What is he? He's a scavenger. Okay, so we've got some more that are scavengers. We've got some that are fighters. How about we take Makeda, since she's a fighter. And, okay, scout, scientist. I feel like we should have a scientist. So our scientist choices are going to be Stella, Satoshi, Hex, Kate. Alright, so that looks like it's it. Stella, Satoshi, Hex, and Kate. Which one of these scientists do we want? Lots of votes for Kate. Younger version of Quill, bottom right. With this one? I mean, I'm not bald, though. It looks like, look, more people want Kate. What does it say for her? Having just graduated from medical school, her first job was a 34-hour shift in the ruins of her old home. It wasn't easy, and she often wonders if she would have gotten through it without her girlfriend's help. Which one of these characters is her girlfriend? She's still acting as her assistant, and 2 work seamlessly together. All right, let's grab that. So there's more backstory for things. So let's say Wheeler. There's no gas-powered doodad he hasn't bought or sold. The hoarding habits have served him well in bartering, and his rumored stash is now supposed... Yeah, I bet this guy looks like he's got one hell of a stash, doesn't he? Just saying. Certain rumored stash now supposed to contain a mint-condition chopper. Wow. The old cartridge's eyesight isn't what it used to be, though, so taking it for a spin might prove dangerous. And the story for Makeda is she not only has the brawn, but the brain for combat. As a former Special Forces squad leader, she knows terrifyingly well what it takes to neutralize her target. That said, her true strength lies in how she manages to inspire others to fight alongside her. Okay. Continue. Visuals. Well... I mean, obviously we go for Brussels sprouts, you guys. They literally put Brussels sprouts in the game for me, so we're not allowed to choose anything else. What color, though? I think I like... The red's not bad. The orange actually is okay too. The dark blue, or sort of a deeper true blue, maybe royal blue. Purple's not bad either. Second game, you got sprouts. I know. So the first, we've got Surviving Mars, got Brussels sprouts in it, and Surviving the Aftermath has Brussels sprouts in it. I got that influence. Pink, yellow, green's always best. Green or teal, orange, purple. So it looks like we are completely divided. So that's good news. I kind of like the teal. I don't know why. I feel like normally I would go for like probably a darker blue, like a truer blue like this, but I don't feel like this blue and this purple is a very good combination. I think I kind of like teal. I'm gonna go for it. Colony name, and then the motto. Well, hold on. We know what the motto is going to be. Let me fill that in first. What is the colony name going to be? There you go. Colony name. Do. Oh, I think there's more chat lag than usual because I'm streaming through a restreamer, so that it then gets split to Twitch and Steam. Brussels, new Brussels, new Brussels. I like it. Done. All right, confirmed. Continue. Here we go. Over here, our setup. Start the game. 75% difficulty mode. Cat pet something. Canada. Sproutland. Sproutland's pretty good, actually. I gotta remember that for the future, Mighty Wiggles. Ba-na-na-na-na. Feels like a late stream. It is a late stream. It's 2 hours later than a normal time. But I think Paradox has got a bunch of people streaming for them today. So there were different time slots and things like that to work out. And it was actually a fairly last-minute arrangement. Only a couple of days ago that we started banging out the specificals for this. But I'm happy to be doing it. I've been looking forward to this game. I'm always a little leery with early access stuff. I'm like, well, if I like it, maybe I'll just burn out before like the full game is out. But now the game is right around the corner, and I think the early access is the perfect time for us to get back in and get a handle for things once more. A new home! Finding a piece of inhabitable land is not an easy task at the end of the world! But it's the end of the world as we know it. Feel like, well, as I say, I feel like I should make like an apocalypse like soundtrack, but you know, maybe we need a break from doom and gloom here in 2020, right? What you see before you is what is left of us and our planet has fallen to you to rebuild the society with the aid of your people and the modest resources you start with. Welcome to the Aftermath, Survivor. Start by building a campsite to mark the center of your new colony. Scoot for a suitable location from the mist by moving the specialist. All right, so at that, we can hit space to pause, which is great for me because I play every game as if it is a turn-based game. So we've got a certain amount of area. You can see like the map kind of goes on over here. This is the area that we're going to be building our colony in. In addition to that, we do have this world map feature, and we will be sending folks oot and a boot to find some resources in the larger world. We got 3 specialists currently out there. We're going to use them to set up the initial stuff, at which point we will start to invite people into our base. I actually do like the idea, perhaps, that I'm going to send some people out. So we're going to send Makeda east, and we'll grab Kate and send her north. And then Wheeler, I'm going to keep him around here, because I think we're going to use his help to build our initial stuff. Take the no doubt version of the end of the world that has an upbeat sound to it. All right, so noted. Quill's going to get DMC'd for his singing. Listen. If any automated song flagging system could ever identify a song from my singing, I would take that as a tremendous compliment. All right, so we're going to get started with the campsite. The first building new colony with limited storage for resources and water. Building the campsite unlocks other construction options. Inviting the first colonists can also be done by sending a signal from the campsite. So it's going to have a capacity for 300 resources. We'll get it started. I don't know where we're going to put it. I'm going to put it like smack down in the middle of this open area, sort of in line with the gate over here. I don't know. Boom. Done. And then one of our survivors over here, Wheeler, I mean, we're not going to send him all over the place. You know, he's got a bad hip. We don't want to have him walk too far away. So I was going to say, we're going to have him construct, although I think the campsite might construct instantly. Indeed, that is the case. Then I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to send Wheeler out a little bit just to push out a bit of the fog so that we can see what we can see. All right, we're going to set up a few other initial buildings. Now, probably a stockpile, food storage, and maybe some tents. Now, for tents, it says minor happiness penalty. In emergency shelter, it also says minor happiness penalty. To me, it feels like the emergency shelter is just a larger, collection of tents. Tents have slots for 2 colonists. Emergency shelter has slots for 6. I mean, there's description differences, but stat-wise, it just looks like this is just more tents in one chunk. So this game is post-apocalyptic tropical. I mean, yeah, maybe if the colonists are willing to give me bribes, then it'll work out wonderfully. Let's set up a few tents, and let's set up a little bit of this resource gathering operations. We'll set up a stockpile. Now, the interesting thing about the stockpile is, like, maybe we want it in town, because this is where resources are going to be, stockpiled. But people actually will go and grab resources from other places, so we could consider putting it near some other resources to maybe minimize work time. But I think in town is probably better. We're going to put it here, and we'll get a food storage site over here as well. I'm trying to figure out the alignment that I want to work with. Oh, I need colonists to be able to put down roads. Alright, you know what? That's fine. Because if we look here, yeah, I think that's the alignment. I want something kind of like that. Okay, we've got a few things setting up. Let's bring our folks home to work on... let's work on a tent. Kate, you'll come back and work on the stockpile. And Makeda, you're going to come back and work over here. So we do have a few starting resources, hopefully enough to construct all these things. They're going to grab it out of the stockpile in the campsite over here and bring it to the production site. We do need some water, that is right. Now, we've got some water sources over here. I don't think we bother with a well in this situation. I think that's... maybe okay. I'm just going to build a water collection site. So the well produces 10 water production, and can be placed more or less anywhere, as long as it's not on barren soil. But here... oh, it actually needs less material, because this needs 20 brick, which I guess sort of makes sense. Water collector takes less material and does more for us. So we're going to do that. Build it somewhat on the shore. Something like this seems okay to me. All right. So what you do with the stockpile, actually, is you give it a work area. So right over here, there's a couple of, sets of planks. We'll just go and plop it there. And then what happens is, I think once you've got real colonists, as opposed to our specialists, which are all we have over here, I think idle ones will just automatically, collect some of these resources and bring them over here when they've got nothing else going on. Work on that. You're working on that, which is great. Kate's just on walking right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get her to collect some things. Is there a pile of concrete over here? Okay, there's some plastic trash. We'll have to set up a recycler. Because there's wooden planks, metals, that's going to be another specialty building. Well, I don't know. Start by collecting some planks. That's going to be okay. Bring them in. Yeah, green, veggie water. Yeah, well, I mean, everything's irradiated and kind of poopy, but what the heck, right? You're working. Perfect. And then, yeah, we'll send someone to go and finish the water stuff. I don't have it on the Randy Storyteller. We have it on the higher difficulty, but not Randy Random style Storyteller here. Constructions are finishing up. That's nice. You're carrying some resources. You're done. I'm going to get you to go work over here, please. And this here as well, the food storage site, needs to have a work area ready to go. Something that's got some berries inside. It would be nice if we had multiple sources. Oh, over here. There you go. Go and collect those berries. Maybe what I'll do is I'll get one of my specialists to collect some berries from over here before we go any further. Radiated water makes you shine. All right. So we need to invite some colonists. What we're going to get is, at some point, we're going to get a little pop-up over here that'll let us get our first colonists in. I like the little bug button over here because it's early access. We can go and report things that need to be tweaked, and so on. Well, we'll have to find out what kind of danger's out there. We do have some speed controls. I'm wondering if I should kick it up. Maybe we'll kick it up to the 2 right now. I don't want to go too fast. At least not right now. We're still getting our bearings, you know? Oregon Trail taught me water is not one of the things where green is keen. Alright, water collector is done. Those things are in place. We are going to need the recycling centers. I guess I could build them ahead of time. Recycler, fiber and plastics from plastic deposits. So I'm going to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a little gap for a road. So you need like... Actually, I think setup around here is going to be okay. And set up kind of like that. Done, done, done. What was the event that made this the Aftermath? Well, that's... Oh, there we go. We got our pop-up. That's the interesting thing about this one. I love... In surviving the Aftermath, they decided that one type of Armageddon was not enough. So basically, everything that could possibly happen has happened. We got climate change melting the polar ice caps. We got freak meteorite storms that, you know, flatten half the planet. We got nuclear war. We got rampant disease. Everything. So 2020, exactly. Pretty much. That's pretty much. This is the year 2021, you guys. We're getting a preview of just a few months from now. So that's excellent. All right, we're going to go ahead and invite these colonists. There are survivors nearby waiting for a signal. They're cold, hungry, need caring for. Care you can provide better if you have prepared the settlement. Are you going to let them in now or take a little longer? Yeah, I'm going to invite these guys in. It's not the 2020 cause, this is 2021. 2020 was the final good year. Oh man, maybe this game is too dark to play this year. I don't know. All right, get working. But we're going to get some colonists in a scooch in here. And we're going to have their housing. Oh, there we go. Plank deposit is done. The inhabitants! Prompted by the specialist signal flare, the rest of your group arrives at the prepared campsite. Despite all the hardship ahead, it's time to rebuild and turn this hostile place into a home. We do have some homeless because we got 8 colonists, and this has enough room for 6 people, I believe. So we're going to go and build some more homes. But before I do, I want to put down some roads. I mean, we won't have access to basic dirt roads for now, but to me, things are going to feel so much more civilized if we've got some planned paths for our people to walk on. And I like placing down the paths first so that I know the proper amount of gap to put between my various buildings. So I'm going to put another survival shelter over on this side, just in line with the other one, like that. Okay, I like it. The colonists are going to do some of that work on their own. We can still have our specialists help out, which seems like a fairly good idea. Our colonists will also do some various works. If we look here, we have 4 carriers, 1 worker. Oh, we have 3 children that aren't working. Ooh. Who brought kids? Terrible. All right, we've got a water collector over here, and someone is working at the water collector, which is great. Oh, I didn't want to fire you, sorry.
Huh?
Info. Belinda over here is working at the water collector. Slightly contaminated. She's got some equipment. So far feeling mostly okay. We have a slight surplus of water. We have some food right now. We will have to start doing some food production. Yes, we've got some homelessness, but that's going to work out okay. You is responsible for discovering children? Yeah, man. Kids are disgusting. Alright, so food-wise, we can set up a fishing hut. We can also set up a trapper. I kind of feel like we should set up a fishing hut first. The great thing about fishing in the apocalypse is that the fish are just a little bit bigger. They even have 3 eyes. It's pretty amazing. So with this, I have to rotate it this way. There you go, 98%, 100% efficiency over there. Actually, I didn't check the efficiency when I was placing this down. It's possible I didn't put it in the most optimal place for all the research. We'll see. The eyes are full of protein. They're chewy, yet satisfying. And give it a nice little pop when you bite into them. There's probably someone right now watching the stream while eating dinner or something, and they're like, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Kid's not working, definitely 2020. Better when fried. Fish gushers. Oh my god. That is awful. I love it. I love it so much. It's so bad. It's closest to candy they're gonna get. Alright, I think I would like to send out my specialists now. There you go. You're covering that work area, which is good. We'll have to start getting the scrap metal soon as well. Maybe now, although we don't have... Okay, we still have 3 carriers. I think I could build 1 more building. Yeah. Let's get a recycler. I'm going to line it up like this. Yeah, I'm happy with that placement. Right like this over here. And then road-wise, you're going to do this. And then that like that. We'll grab, I don't know, can I grab all my specialists and have them all help to construct? Go a little faster? Okay. Insufficient material for the fishing hut. Oh, what don't we have? Oh, we're slightly short on wood planks. Now, someone is working on that, but what I could do is I could get one of my specialists. There you go. Help collect some planks right now, because we're going to be a little short on material. Did I build the wrong building? Oh, shoot, you're right. Cancel. I have that one already. I want the scrapper, don't I? Yes. I was thinking, no, we want to recycle the metal, but yeah, we need the scrapper. Thank you for catching that. Is the medical tent available yet? It is. Do we think we need it right away?